Hey, what is up everyone? It's Rinku, and today the holiday events begin. Before we continue, I do have to point out that there will not be a maintenance on the 27th of December, so that means next week there's no maintenance, no patch notes, hopefully the game will not be taken down at all, and of course I will not have a patch note video because there'll be nothing to cover. However, do not worry because the new class does release in Korea today, or technically tomorrow for Korea, and that means I'll have plenty of content to cover for the next 2 weeks, so you guys will see some new stuff. Oh yeah, I almost got carried away. Let's get back to today's patch notes. The first new event that came out today is Grow a Cron Tree. To start this event, you'll want to accept the event quest in one of these locations noted, which is basically every main city. Once you start it, you'll have to talk to 2 other NPCs and they'll give you Cron Tree decorations. After that, you can turn in the quest. The more important part, however, is that you can accept another quest from the same NPC to use those Cron Tree decorations to put them on a tree, and then you get a gift box. It should be noted, however, that this Cron Tree event is just like all the other tree events in which there comes a point where the trees are all fully grown and you cannot complete the quest for the event box anymore. So definitely do them now before it's too late. Specifically, it says that a tree can grow up to 13 stages, and once it finishes, it will have a star ornament on top. So if you do see the star ornament, just know that you can no longer get the event box from that tree. You'll have to go to a different location and hope that it's not finished yet. So why would you waste your time with this event? Well, of course, the event box. You can get 1 event box every day until all the trees are fully grown, and these are the rewards. So it includes all 4 of the boss weapons and of course a bunch of other stuff that you could possibly get. So if you want any of these, or if you just want free stuff that you can just sell or something, then do it. It's probably worth it. Another new event that came out today is the Drop 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 event. Now this event has 3 parts, but the first part, the Grandpa Cron Drop, is actually the same event that we had last year. During this merry season, Grandpa Cron will be riding his flying sled to drop fantastic items once again. Basically how this works is if you're in Valia, Heidel, Calpheon, or Altanova, and it's snowing in game, you should be able to look straight up and see 3 flying sleds. I believe it snows in the whole world at the same time, so it's really a choice of which main city you want to go box hunting. Although the 3 flying sleds look like they're going in random directions, they drop giant red boxes that float slowly to the ground, and these boxes actually drop on fixed points. I've actually already seen people in-game notice this and just stand at these points. However, I do recommend following the sleds and hunting the boxes because even though I found 3 points that they spawn at and stood relatively close to all 3 of them, I got way more boxes by just going around in the town and actually looking for them. In addition to Grandpa's Cron Drop, we also have the Memorable Drop. And apparently it took me 10 minutes to pronounce memorable correctly, but glad I did. So just like previous drop events, you can defeat monsters, fish, and gather to receive memory fragments. Now memory fragments are so important that there are even conspiracy theories on Reddit of people that think that the developers of this game are intentionally limiting memory fragments in the game so that way we spend real money on artisan memories. So it is really good to see an actual memory fragment event. If you defeat monsters, fish, or gather, you can also receive one of these 3 golden items. I believe all 3 sell for 5 mil each, and it's definitely something nice to pick up along your journey. There are a few more events that I do want to talk about, so let's get into them. We have the Desert Debuff Resistance event, which basically means that there is no desert debuff at all while this event is in effect. Also, we have a Fireworks event, which it'll be announced soon when the exact schedule is, but basically they're going to put on tons of fireworks to celebrate the holiday season. Pretty cool stuff. Finally, we can look at some other updates that came along in today's patch. First up, we have a farming update. So as your character's farming level grows, you'll actually be able to harvest, kill insects, and prune faster. It also says you'll be able to upgrade faster, but I don't know what you would upgrade in a farm. They also continue to upgrade Patrigio's secret shop. So just like last week where they added Griffin's helmet and Uragon's shoes, this week they added all the Kudum offhands in the secret shop as well as an awakening weapon box. So before you could roll a blue awakening for tons of classes, however they completely replaced all those blue awakenings with one simple blue awakening box. Pretty cool stuff. Something I thought was very interesting is you can now buy a lily for 10,000 silver and hand it into an NPC called Sondara near Valtara Mountains, which is in Kama Sylvia. So Basically what this does is it gives you a 1 hour buff. It does not tell you what the buff gives, but this could be a new form of min-maxing depending on what it does give. So it's very interesting that they would add a 1 hour buff in comma. I wonder what this is actually going to be used for. Under class changes, there's actually a very important bug fix. So specifically for Mystic, Striker, and Berserker, when using certain skills, you are actually suspended in mid-air without being able to do anything. It just looked like you were free-falling in one spot. Now, I just want to point out that's great that they fixed it for those classes, and I don't know how many classes have this problem, but holy shit, Dark Knight has this problem and they did not fix it. I'm actually kind of tilted. Please fix this ASAP. Like, what the fuck? I'm sure there's also other classes too, I don't know. It seems like any class with a movement skill could possibly have this issue. Which, oh yeah, by the way, is all of them. Some other nice updates that came out today are for the perfumes. So all 5 perfumes will now have one buff icon when used. Just like the alchemy stone, it will look like the perfume you used, you'll be able to hover over it and it'll show you all the effects that it gives instead of having all the effects give individual buffs. It is very easy to keep track of now when you're looking at your buff icon, and I really hope they do this with everything else in the game. Foods, party elixirs, they need to do it. They already have it for alchemy stones and perfumes now, so like, why not? It does look like they're doing it one at a time, but they're going in the right direction for sure. Also, previously all 5 perfumes gave a giant yellow glowing effect, however Calx Elixir will now be purple, Deep Sea Elixir will now be red, and Spirit Perfume Elixir will now be green. The last few changes I want to talk about are under monster changes. First of all, it says evasion of monsters in Demi Beast Zone has been decreased by 10%. Now, I have no idea what Demi Beast Zone is referring to at all. However, directly below that it says Giffen Razia Flamen will now react naturally even when an enemy is behind. Giffen Razia Flamen is actually an enemy at Giffen Razia Temple, which is currently the absolute best place for level 61s and above to grind for experience, and is probably the best place in game to grind for money. The Flamen is actually the most dangerous monster in the entire temple area, and it is the #1 reason of all the deaths I have witnessed there. So it is definitely nice to see that they have improved something about the monster, even though I don't know what it's actually referring to. And also the fact that it says Giffen Razia Flamen right under the previous line makes me think that all the monsters in temple are the Demi Beast Zone. Maybe even more monsters are the Demi Beast Zone. Maybe it's the whole Common Sylvia continent, I'm not really sure. So that's definitely interesting to see. The last change I do want to look at though is right there, the item drop rate of trace items have been reduced by 50%. That is a huge reduction. A lot of people have been talking about how a lot of zones in these areas were actually really good money makers because of this, so this will greatly affect those methods that people have just discovered after this update last week. I almost forgot to talk about the free maid that they promised us for the holiday season. Under Quest and Knowledge, you can see that the Black Spirit will give you either 1 Fairy Irene Storage Maid or 1 Fairy Irene Transaction Maid per account. All this makes me believe that this is actually a permanent feature into BDO and not just a limited holiday event. Hey, you guys know what time it is. It's time for the Pearl Shop update. So, today we're actually going to be looking at the website catalog instead of going in-game because it'll be a lot easier for me to show off what is new. First up, we have Noelle's package. This includes Noelle's costume set, the Christmas interior set, and also the Snow Kid. Next up, we have the Snowy Winter Pet Package. This includes 3 pets that you've probably seen before and 1 brand new pet that was released today, the Snowflake Reindeer. We also have new daily deals. This means you'll be able to buy a limited amount of these items for an extreme discount. Each item will have select days it's on sale, and the daily limit resets every 24 hours. We also have category sales, so all the categories you see on screen will be on sale for the entire holiday season. The last section for the new Pearl Shop updates is the limited offers. First up, we have the Cabellius Outfit Set A, which has been re-released for every single class in the game, including the brand new one, Mystic. We also have the re-release of the Marine Romance and the Etheria Marine costumes, as well as several Halloween costumes and props, and a brand new functional costumes set. It does say event, so this might not be around forever, but this includes either the Fisher's costume, the Trainer's costume, and the Treant costume, or the Shark costume, the Processing costume, and the Desert camouflage. I believe I got all that correctly, but you guys can read it. In addition to all the things that they added today, you can also get a 10% off coupon and a 20% off coupon, and these can be applied to discounted items. That means you can have a discount on your discount. You can also receive a free Santa hat when you purchase a Pearl box, but keep in mind these are identical to the Santa hats that you get in-game from the event, so there's 2 ways to get them. And of course, the already talked about free mate. So overall, today's update was pretty damn nice. I hope you guys enjoyed. Probably missed something as always, but I love you guys, and I'll see you guys next time.